Welcome back to more Myriad Caves with Brian. There's a lot of things that I would like to do in this map right now, but I think the best thing to do is probably to try to finish off the dungeon over in Crystallize that we've been working on, so I'll meet you guys over there. Before we jump in, I'm going to quickly mouse over my gear in case anyone forgets what I am currently using. And I've got the Durgold helmet on the bar, just so that I remember that I want to put it on. I want to use the respiration to swim down to the zone that I'm in, but then I want to be wearing the mending and protection 2, especially the protection 2 gold helmet when I'm down there. I can't remember if I had the correct helmet on when I died down there last time. And yeah, then once I get the helmet on, I can switch to having the golden apples on the bar. This skeleton was like right over here somewhere, right? Also want to try to make sure we make the area all the way over there safe. The other things I mentioned at the beginning of the episode, there are a lot of other things that I want to do in this map. A couple of the other things that I would like to do include, I would like to... There was, from Lumenspire, there was like a spider cavern that we just got to the entrance to, and it exploded in a trap that almost killed me. And I didn't really explore any more in there, and so that's one of the most nearby areas that I really haven't taken a look at all, so I'd like to take a look at that area. Over in Corrosion, which was like the big, super tall maze over lava kind of area, it occurred to me that the type of thing that I would like to do is to simply go down to the bottom and turn all the lava into obsidian before I start doing that area. And so that's something that will take some time. I'll do a little bit on camera, but then assuming it goes pretty easy, I might just be able to do that off camera. And finally, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, the above ground portion of this area here up in Crystallized. I want to kind of search out the above ground area edges to see if there's any exits to other areas. Although the direction that this is going, kind of down here downstairs, it's possible that there might be an exit to another zone in this area, I think, as well. Am I going the right way or the wrong way? Don't remember right now. I think it's this way. Yeah, okay, great. So this is the zone that we came to last time. That looks kind of like this. And at first I couldn't figure out what was going on, and then I realized there was another kind of exit out of that awful looking room, and it's down here. I actually left a comment for Render on his like map forum thread, and it sounded like he was okay with the idea of adding some redstone torches. Hello. Let's do this, actually. Adding some redstone torches to try to add a little bit of light into this area so that you could actually, see that there was an exit, for example. Alright, so if I hit the witch, can I actually kill the witch with a combination? Yes. Okay, great. Except for there are more witches. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to... I just want to get a little bit more light into the front of this area and see if there were any spawners that need to be lit. Not seeing any right now. I see, and then here's like the bottom where you could fall into the water. Okay, great. And then if we have witches, they're probably coming from the previous area. Let's see. This could definitely be dangerous, but I'm going to try just kind of running out here. Oh, it's not as dangerous as I thought. Okay. Let's do that. I don't know if there are spiders out there, but I'll do that too. That was the awful room that we kind of, I guess in theory, should have come through, but did not look like it was worth trying to fight through. I'm going to do this. And instead we're just going to skip right by it in order to get to this room. Nice work, spider. Go get the skeleton. And in this room, let's see. Yeah, once again, a lot of spawners, and it looks like I could get some light right through here. Oops, crap. I don't love all the tunneling I'm doing, but I don't hate it either. This does seem like a hard area, and it's also a very dark area. And so I just want to be able to see a little bit more of what I'm getting into in these rooms before I get started. With that... Yeah, I think I can see a lot better. Unfortunately, there's a lot of spawners that are active right now. Let's try seeing if we can get in here and getting light on one of these spawners. but I'm not going to press too much. Last time I pressed too much and it ended up killing me. This time, I'm going to try to take things at a, I don't know, good and correct pace. And hopefully be a little bit more successful. And let's also, I just realized I usually have these things in the opposite order on the bar. So that my muscle memory is going to select the right items, hopefully. And hopefully when it comes time to select a golden apple, I'll select the right item as well. That's the other thing that helped kill me last time. But there's a skeleton back there who I think maybe I'm shooting. And I could use lava buckets as well. Is a thing that just occurred to me. Spiders. Okay, it looks like the ceiling of this room is very similar to the ceiling of the previous room in shape. I didn't get a sense of like the overall dimensions of this room. Oh, that guy dropped some bread. I'm currently using cooked fish, as you can see, as food, which I think yields like 2.5. I'd done some fishing off camera. Okay, that's where spiders are spawning. I'd done some fishing off camera with that crazy lure 8 rod that we had gotten from the little house in the Drizzling Cove. And yeah, I was just kind of doing it while I was rendering some videos because, oh my gosh, I recorded, I think 7 videos, probably over 9 hours of recording time yesterday. And each video takes like somewhere between like 1.5 and 2 hours to render. And so there was a lot of time spent rendering on the computer yesterday. And so I was trying to find things to do to kill time when I wasn't just, you know, like out of the house and away from the computer and taking a shower and different other things that one does while the computer is busy rendering videos. And so one of them was I just sat down and fished for a while and didn't catch anything good. I was hoping I would catch like a protection tube hook or something, but I ended up pretty much just catching a bunch of fish. But then I was like, hey, I have a bunch of fish, and fish are actually a pretty good food because I think they heal 2.5. Or actually, I haven't eaten much cooked fish in this map, and so we should actually double check next time I get down a few hearts. Okay, there is at least one creeper, and I think he sees me. Yeah, so he's going to come around. So we'll take him out, and then I'm going to try to light up that one on the right. Oh, crap. All right, I'm glad I saw that. I'm still going to run over here and try to light it up, but there are levels above me now, and that was not something that was true in the previous area. I wonder if that's going to be like all around. Let's take a peek over on this side and see if it looks like a symmetric kind of thing. Both this area and corrosion are turning into, I don't know, kind of a grid kind of map that can kind of be like a maze. And while I do like mazes, when they feel this regular or whatever, I also sometimes feel like, oh, okay, feel like the map maker is just like getting a little bit lazy. And rather than making new areas, it's just like, let's just cut and paste the same schematics over and over again. All right, but I want to try to still continue to be aware. Okay, there's another room like that. Got it. So that might be the way to go then. Let's quickly look down here. Oh, crap. I see you, creeper. Let's use the punch bow to keep you away. Or just kill you. Whatever. My guess is that that one's going to be the way to go. But yeah, sometimes wonder if map makers are just getting a little lazy and they're just like, let's cut and paste the same thing over and over again. Okay, I need to be wary. I used a lot of my efficiency 3 pick, just kind of like doing some tunneling in this area. I should really prefer to use a stone pickaxe if I'm just going to tunnel. And armor's still holding up okay. I think I am going to skip going that way where there is a whole bunch of things above and go over here, presuming that this is going to be like the previous room and need to go down below, I think. Can I tell where the exit is in this room? I'm looking really hard. There's a chest down there with some loot. Okay, let's try to check that out. I am going to do some tunneling. I'm going to need to make some new stone pickaxes. Okay, I think I'm over behind the loot chest. I don't know if I kind of explained my tunneling rationale for when I choose to tunnel and when I don't. Oh gosh, there's a lot of skeletons over there. And in general, like, I like taking the fun path. Let's just verify that cooked fish, they heal at least 2 hearts. And I think since I have the regeneration going afterwards, I think it was going to be 2.5 hearts. Let's go ahead and block that up really quick. And then I think I can stand here and get to the chest without guys seeing me. Ooh! Protection 2! I'm going to take that book home right now. That is nice. I've been waiting for another one of those. And there's some other good books here. Sharpness 2, Power 2, Unbreaking. These are good books. This is good loot that was worth coming for. Yeah, let me go ahead and just make room to take all of these things. Doot, doot, doot. And doot. Great. And as we walk back, I'll try to talk about what I was just talking about. So the 2 things, there's 2 different reasons that I've tunneled in 2 different rooms in this place so far. A room like this, I feel like it's just, there's like a parkour kind of challenge if you kind of like jump from the platforms to try to get to where the spawners are to break them. I'm not good at parkour. And there's water down below and lots of spawners and lots of monsters who fall in the spawners, or sorry, fall in the water. And so I feel like it's a room where basically the penalty for 1 mistake is death and inventory wipe. And yeah, I don't like death and inventory wipe. And so I'm tunneling in that room just because it seems like that room is a 1 mistake and it's all over kind of room. And I don't like those rooms. The room over here, this room that I did some tunneling in, was just to try to get some light in the walls originally, because when I walked in here originally, like, I could not see anything. And admittedly, I think it was a little bit brighter outside of my room when I was first recording this area, and so there was a tiny bit of glare on my monitor, which just made it worse. But I basically, it looked like it was just a room filled with spawners and death, and there was no way out. And so I had to light it up just to even see that there was an exit. And then once I did, then it kind of like fell back to the other type of room, which also didn't seem like it had any benefit for going through, because it was kind of like a penalty of death if you made a mistake. So in any case, I'm not big on tunneling overall, but I don't mind it as a strategy. Like, I'm not against using it when it seems, I don't know, appropriate based on my own judgment conditions for I feel like it's an appropriate thing to do. And so I just wanted to kind of explain my reasoning in case anyone was curious. So I am going to go back home, and we are going to put a Protection 2 book, wherever it went in my inventory, on 1 more piece of Duragold, so that we can have another piece of Duragold armor with Protection 2. Back at the base, I actually have enough enchanted stuff that I had to break out my enchanted books into a new double chest, so that also makes me happy. But we have Duragold leggings, which I already have mending, and so if I add Protection 2 to them, then we have leggings with mending and Protection 2. And so that'll be slightly less armor rating. I've got 5.5 rather than 6 shirts of armor, but Protection 2 is going to be great. And so that Protection 2 and that Protection 2, and once I swap out this helmet again, which I don't remember if I did remember to do down there, that Protection 2, that combination of things is going to be very good for trying to get through the rest of this area, I think. Arriving at the end of the swimming part of the entrance to this dungeon, I've got this on my hotbar, and so I'm definitely going to put it on. And so now I've got Protection 2, Projectile Protection 4, Protection 2, and Protection 2 and Feather Falling 2. So I feel good about this armor. And for the moment at least, I still remember the path through the maze. And let's see, it looks like there might be a hallway straight across, so I'm going to try to tunnel over there. Okay, I made a tunnel around one side of this room. I just want to peek in. This one didn't sound as bad as the other. It's still not great, but there's not as many spawners. There's either not as many spawners in this room as the first one I encountered, or in the first one I encountered, it was simply the case that I spent so much time trying to light up the outside so that I could even see any idea of what the heck was going on, that I caused so many monsters to spawn that I just assumed there were more spawners than there were. So it might be the case that these rooms are more doable than I originally imagined. But nevertheless, I've already tunneled around this one, and so we will go ahead and run with that. Okay, I think I should be relatively well protected there. Okay, we got witches to the left, and I also heard spiders as I was tunneling through the wall on the left-hand side. I expect these zombies are probably just random pack spawns, as opposed to coming from any spawners. But I could be wrong about that. Let's just... Hey, buddy. Go ahead and get him. Pathfinding, I don't know why sometimes they go into the corner and just stop. Like, sometimes they're very, very good at pathfinding, and other times they're just like, what's going on? We have no clue, Brian. We're stupid. So, I don't know what to think of that. That might have been a witch spawner. Oh, hello. Alright, this witch seems to be in the corner as well. She's probably going to hit me with some poison. Nope, she doesn't see me. Okay, great. How many hits with the power to... Okay. I wonder if witches have less health when Render spawns them. Because it does seem like witches have been a little bit easier to kill than I would have expected. Okay, this is interesting. That's different. Different is usually good in this type of maze structure dungeon, in my opinion. Because usually there's kind of like a repeating structure that the map maker kind of lazily uses to just kind of populate the dungeon. And then there's like one interesting path that ends up being, you know, the right way to go. In my limited experience, I haven't played all that many of these kind of maze dungeons, but I've watched a number of other people play them in other maps. And so I feel like I have some good ideas about some things that map makers do. Ooh, that's interesting. That almost looks like it might be a shortcut or something. What do we have over here? Oh, hello. That also looks very interesting. All right. This was kind of the regular path, and it just got interesting in two different ways. Okay. Is that the... That might be the objective right there, actually. That might be the wool. It looked like possibly light blue. And... Okay, there's arrows, which suggests that this is a digging shortcut. Yes! Neat. Okay, and it seems pretty safe right here. So, let's see, he's giving me golden pickaxes. Gold pickaxes are very fast, and I actually have a lot of them at home. So I'm actually going to use a gold pickaxe right here, just to try out this particular shortcut that he has given me. And he gave me a bunch of ladders as well. I have ladders in my inventory, and I haven't been using the crowd control axe very much. Oops. And so I don't mind doing that. You should always stand on top of the ladder if you're going to be digging and you don't expect gravel to fall on your head. Great. Rather than trying to dig while you're on the ladder because you like, is it 50%? You dig way slower. Oh, neat. Okay, so this is where I was hiding from Enderman and had to regroup after I died in that room. And this is where I originally just kind of tunneled down when this thing came down to a drop. Okay, so that is a very handy shortcut. And yeah, that gives us a shortcut almost right over to what appears to be the objective, which is terrific. I don't know that I'm going to need all my ladders, but I'm going to go ahead and do that. We're going to switch back to this. And I guess I'll drop off some things I don't need to be holding right at the moment. And yeah, I would not mind getting to the objective of this area. So, although it still went down over there. So I wonder if that's just going to be over to new good loot. Let's see. This one I'm going to try not to tunnel in. Oh, there's like this one has like a different shape than the other one as well. How far away do I need to be? Okay, from here, the spawners seem to be out of range. I have lots and lots of arrows. I think more than 2 stacks. So I'm going to try to kill all the creepers that I can see. And I actually will try to jump parkour over to one of the platforms and break the spawners. Let's go ahead and top off health first. Is there anything else I'm forgetting to do? I've got all the good armor. If I do happen to fall in the pit, I don't need a water bucket on me right now, and so I'm going to, because it's water in the pit, I'm going to use ladders to try to climb back out, and so I'm going to go ahead and get them on the bar. I could also just try to use blocks to build a way out. Okay, but assuming that this seems plausible, and it does, I'm going to jump over here. We're going to light. We're going to break. Going to jump over here. We're going to light. We're going to light. Crap. Okay, now we've got skeletons shooting at us, which is more exciting. So we're going to back off and try to pick off some bad guys. I see some witches back there as well. Skeletons are probably the biggest threat, because if I am trying to, you know, do this dungeon the proper way, then the being shot by the skeleton and knocked off of the platform is probably the biggest threat. And I'm not sure which spawner was the skeleton spawner, actually. I'm pretty sure the one on the right was another creeper spawner, and this one, both of those are reasonably well lit, so I don't think they're going to be huge threats. So I could probably actually, yeah, walk up to here, even if I'm in range of that one. It's probably not going to spawn anything else. Let's try to take this one out. That was creepers. That might have been skeletons, I'm not sure. But I'm going to back up to here. We'll take out the spider and some other stray mobs. Hey, spider. Taste silverlight. It's delicious. And the water is also not as deep in this one. Like, you don't fall down to, like, a lower level where you're just kind of, like, trapped down there. Unless you can find your way back up to an exit. I guess you could always dig through the walls, too. Yeah, I might have gotten a little bit too cheap in some of the earlier bits of this area. Okay, let's see. Definitely a spawner there that may or may not be witches. Yeah, I think this is not too bad. There may still yet be another trap in this room as well, because this room honestly does seem... Okay, I think there's a creeper spawner there and there. That might be a witch spawner, or it might be a skeleton spawner. I can't tell. But yes, I am wary that there could be another trap in this room, but I don't know what it might be. And I do think I can still jump to the next platform. Okay, so we're going to try that. Gonna do a jumpy jump. Crap. Okay. Darn it. All right. I no longer have my... I don't remember if it was a shirt, I think, that gave me whatever allows you to go through the water. Brain, come on. What's the name of the enchant? Depth Strider. Depth Strider. I no longer have Depth Strider. But that was definitely not too bad. We spawned a creeper over here. So I'll take him out. I don't think there's any more bad guys in here. Let me try to light up this other platform. On this side. There we go. And I'll jump to here. Oh, blazes. Well, blazes still aren't that bad, too. I can hit them with arrows. There's water in here if I get set on fire. Where did they come from? Because I thought... Oh, no, that is a blaze spawner. I thought it was a creeper spawner the first time I looked at it. And did the blaze just fall in the water and now is going to take damage and die? If so, that's kind of sad for the blaze. But I think that might be what just happened. Alright. The blaze spawner might have been... I'm not sure. I'm not good at seeing what's inside these little spawner boxes from this distance. So let's just run over here. And run over here. And run over here. Okay, this was a creeper spawner. I did see it correctly. So where did the blazes come from then? Is the next question. And the answer is, I don't know. I expect they will come again. Or they could have been somehow like... Oh, I can hear it. Alright, I'm in the water, so it's not going to deal much damage. So both times it seemed like the blazes spawned. I didn't see a spawner like under in some of the previous loot boxes, right where the glowstone or sea lanterns are on the top and the bottom. There were spawners kind of in both of those locations when it was just a loot box. And when it was a treasure chest as opposed to like a wool box. Here, the blaze spawner I feel like is just like hidden in the wall or something. I am going to switch pickaxes because I don't want to waste the efficiency one. I'm going to go see if I can find the blaze spawner. Okay, he just fell from the ceiling, so it must be above. So let's look up. Oops. Let's also eat some fish. Alright, but if one or two more blazes spawn, it's not a big deal. But I really want to understand what Render has done here. It's from somewhere up high. Blaze spawner, where are you? Alright, in a moment, another blaze will spawn, and I might be able to see the puff of smoke. Oh crap. Alright, he just spawned here. I do not know where this guy is. There it is, right in the corner. Okay, great. So I'm going to break this one. I presume there's a similar spawner in the opposite corner. So let's attempt to break it. There it is. Great. They do a bunch of melee damage. But that's okay, because I'm now down 3.5 arts, which let me do something that I meant to do a whole lot earlier, which is check exactly how much cooked fish heals. And the answer is it does heal 2.5 hearts. Okay, great. That was my guess. I'm going to go ahead and hop off, and we are going to discover if we have managed to get another wool block right here. I think this is light blue. And my gosh, iron bars really take a long time to break. This is a good kind of loot box structure to prevent people from just doing the smash and grab and like running up and grabbing the objective and running back away. Cyan is what this is. Cyan wool. All right. I will grab the cyan wool. I will grab the fireworks. There are definitely still more ways to go in this dungeon, and I am curious just because this is kind of an area that's on the opposite side of the map, and so it could connect to other areas. And so I am very curious, for example, if I think it was back down this hallway. I know the other, yeah, things like this. This and down there, like, what did those lead to? Maybe it leads to another area or something like that. But for right now, we have an objective wool on the person, and so I'm going to go bring this back to the monument, and we will celebrate our success. I am back here at the monument. We have the cyan wool. Kablam! And something I hadn't noticed, like Render is doing things in an unusual wool order. It doesn't, go, white, orange, light blue, whatever the usual order is. I forgot magenta already. And I think it's like rainbow colored. Someone else pointed this out. Yeah, and so it starts out with, kind of like the pinks, and then the purples, and the blues, and the light blues, and then it goes into green, orange, and red. And then you've got the, white and light gray and dark gray and black. And so I didn't appreciate that the first time around. The other thing is, I already placed, like, the first block I placed was the redstone block. I don't think I even noticed that there was a coal block to place. And I have plenty of coal. And so I thought as a fun little bonus, we would get 9 coal and craft a coal block and put one of those blocks on the monument as well. Block of coal. Just like that. Coal block goes right here. Kablam! All right, 2 fireworks at once. And it also occurred to me while I was coming back to the monument that all the other directions that I didn't explore, in addition to having paths to other intersections and other loot, could also contain emeralds, because I don't even remember how many emeralds were hidden and crystallized. So far, we've only found one of them. And so that might be another reason to go back and continue going through that area. And I was kind of enjoying that area, honestly, even though I died once in it. And so I think I might go back and do that next. Hadn't even noticed how amazing I look now that I'm in all gold armor. That's pretty cool. In any case, having placed 2 more objective blocks on the monument, I think that's a good place to end this episode. I hope, as always, you guys are having a great day, and I'll see you again soon with more Myriad Caves. Bye-bye.